And thank you, Mary. I really appreciate for everything that grew Mama was now. Thank you, Mary. I really appreciate.
Not Chobe. What about Mugisha?
He's a Ugandan.
He's a Ugandan guy.
100%.
Chobe, did I tell you what they did to me when I was coming back from Kampala? Guys, your Boda guys.
They are.
See, I had my suitcase, the way you carry your suitcase and a bag. But I carry shoes and everything, but there's a certain area I put the passport there and the keys and everything, all the whatever you carry. You know, the suitcase is only 4 pounds. Now behind the motorbike, I'm holding on there. In front, the guy has put the bag in front.
Oh, you want to commentate?
When I reached the terminus, the battle, the Namaiga, the side of the battle. When I just put the suitcase down, going back to check, the guy is disappeared, even with the passports and everything. My passport is developed.
There are some who
And he's an old guy.
they're most thugs and cyclists.
And he's an old guy from Chiraka.
Guys from Kampala.
Your Boda guys are bad. They stole my bag and passport and everything when they were coming back. Bags with all the shoes, my house keys, 3 passports, and everything. Yeah, what did that Boda guy in Chiraka? There is an old guy. Right at the bus terminus. Hey. Amefanya hebu iangalie, rudisha nyuma uiangalie. Hebu iangalie. Iangalie. Confident. No, if you could have taken it somehow you have started.
It's in another. Oh,
But now the guy there, he was sponsoring. You see what that guy is trying to do? Sponsoring but your place can but you can't do it for just one time. Doing it. And the last thing you're using our guy to market rejection. It's wrong. Hello. Good evening, bro. I'm fine. I don't know if you are watching. So the game has started. Playing the first time. So I don't know how to show. So I'm going to be getting dollars from the city. No, I'll be calling. Yeah. Oh, it's $500. I don't know how much it is. Let me Google. Then I send to inbox. It's $500 in Kenya shillings.
also 65. 65. Let me tell you 65. Google says it is 64,300. Yeah, so maybe make it 65,000. Then if Ishmael is back to me,
I'm with a Grim Reaper.
Microphone check. Break and finish live. Microphone check. Watching from Johannesburg. Watching from Kampala, where these two players come. Testing sound.
And you always watch your
Once again, dear viewers, sound check, mic check. A very good evening, Africa. This time around for the final time of the day. A very good evening from Nairobi. Very good evening too from Kampala. Those that are watching from there, very good evening. Those that are watching from Johannesburg and those that are watching from Bulawayo. The three places where these two players are hailing from, both amazingly talented. They fall perhaps in the same level of skill set. They don't fall in the same class of experience and don't fall in the same class of achievement on the pool table. But given the current string of performances, they are more than capable of taking each other on and take on one another all the way. In this long race of 21, there is a consequence of 1,000 US dollars to win or lose for all the way from South Africa. Ishmael Mthethwa, the guy that has no hair of the two, that is how I can differentiate them because they are dressing pretty much the same. And then Ian Kazibwe, all the way from Kampala in Uganda. They are racing once again to 21 for 1,000 US dollars. Now, there is a live stream of this match on 3 platforms. That's the Facebook stream on Break and Finish Live Facebook, the 2 YouTube streams on Channel Pool Club, as well as Peter Chove Live YouTube channels. All of them are sharing the same exact commentary being brought to you by myself, Simon Peter Chove, all the way from Uganda, but commentating in Nairobi. Frame number 5 is becoming an early difference between the two after the first 4 having been shared equally between the two. And it is the difference that Ishmael now has over Ian with a lead of 3 frames to 2. The new Big Kells signing, Ishmael. Yes, sorry, Ian. I beg your pardon. The latest addition to the Big Kells family just earlier this week was signed up by the Big Kells Pole Lounge management to add to the other players under Big Kells that are the Malawian, that is Sanford Given Ginte, the Ugandan Jackson Asiku. Big Kells also sponsors Herbert Mokisa now, as well Ian Kazibwe, and with a number of players on their radar. That is a team that is going to be competing in a team event that I'll be telling you about, that is coming up in Johannesburg in May. Mchana Pub and Grill in Nairobi is our center of attention. Every pool player in Africa, most especially the elite players, love this place. They love the environment, they love the table, they love the passion of the fans, they love the discipline of the players, they love the boss, that is Chairman GNM. He's so passionate about pool, and his financial muscle is the major reason for the revamp of Kenyan pool men's and ladies categories. It is perhaps the 4th time, if I'm not mistaken, Ian. Fourth time that Ian is in Kenya, having stepped onto Kenyan soil for the first time in 2023 at the Grand Mchana. He was, I think, defeated in the first round. It was actually 2024. He did not play past first round. Why am I forgetting who beat him? If I'm not mistaken, I think must have been Timothy Onida Sakala from Zimbabwe. He in 2025 last year participated at the Timbuktu International Pool Carnival that happened in Eldoret, about 6 hours west of where we are. He reached the round of last 16. Only round of last 16. And then now here he is for yet another time, but this time around a tour that is sponsored by Big Kells, his new management team, after an agreement between Roxbury, Ian's former management team in Uganda, to have Ian under Big Kells sponsorship. What I have to tell you, however, is that for club duties, Ian remains, most especially for the Ugandan League, a member of Team Roxbury. He's probably the most lethal left-handed shooter on the entire African continent. That can be debatable any time of the day, but at the very worst, he's close. A left hand that has very good ability to manipulate the cue ball around the cushions of the table. Also very good ability to pot. He can be such a beauty to watch while playing. As for Ishmael, the African diehard, he's one guy that likes to play and play and play and play. Ian snookered, misses the yellow. A foul. It is an opportunity for Ishmael to extend his lead by yet another frame. There he gets to have the cue ball in hand and will be supported fondly, equally in Bulawayo as much as in Johannesburg. Yes, he's a South African national nowadays. He's a Protea, has been a member of the South African national team, has won the All Africa Pool Championships as an individual in 2014, as well as part of the South African team that won, but he is only naturalized South African. Ish is originally in Ndebele from Zimbabwe. When he goes to Bulawayo, he has gone home. When he's in South Africa, anywhere in between Durban and Tumbombela on both sides of the border, he is equally home. He will be winning frame number 6. Surely he will. Portrayed to the corner pocket top right, cue ball bouncing off the cushion. Perhaps off the cushions, he's starting off as the more determined player. Maybe he knows that the best way of taking money from Ugandans is to beat them first time of asking. They don't believe in rematching the very day. Frame number 6. As Ishmael will be putting the last red on the table to the corner pocket, the cue ball naturally moves to the left end of the table where he needs it anyway, because the black is there as well. Now needing to roll black to the corner pocket bottom left for what will be his 4th out of 6. He will be a little safe, even though he doesn't pot. That is my opinion, but he wants to pot, yet he doesn't pot. Sometimes Ishmael just comes up with those unexpected misses of balls, which is something that dents his pattern. It's just those little differences why guys say, Ishmael, you're good, but let's play. Now, how good can Ian utilize this? He has half a chance. He wants to have a sharp cut of the yellow to the corner pocket top right. The left cut moves it rightwards. Perfect. Where is the cue ball going? Lucky. And the miss by Ishmael is going to be punished by the lethal left hand of Ian. As I speak, it is now South Africa 3 and Uganda 3.
Ajimelala. Mbona kijana yetu kijana mrefu nisaidia kumuona kijana mai
Yes, sir. Maura.
Haya. Ona huyu. Niko fiti.
And guys, you will have the best version of your video if you can have maximum lighting, most especially if you're watching from a mobile phone, which is of course the biggest amount of source of viewership for YouTube. Those that are watching on television, it is naturally bright. Those that are watching on computers, it is also naturally bright. The die hard wants to reclaim the lead that he lost a little carelessly, a little unexpectedly. We are playing on a standard blackboard table. It never ever favors anybody. You pot only when you're supposed to pot. You miss when you're supposed to miss. If you miss, it is your own making. So far, a successful day for the Ugandans, but you get a feeling that of the 3 matches that were lined up on the day, this one is the one that will be anticipated most by the fans because of how close it is in terms of the level of play of the involved players. The first match ended in victory for the Ugandan Dog City against the Kenyan Patrick Mwangi. The second ending in victory for the Ugandan Ibra against the Kenyan Kevin Yegon. The third is having the Ugandan Ian drawing against the South African Ishmael, but it's the South African that is on the verge of redeeming himself for a frame lost, given away cheaply by her perhaps winning the very next, and with one visit of the table, Portiello with backspin perfect. Die hard is meaning business. These ones he puts with ease. He's not letting go for the second time. In the second frame, Ian 3 and Ishmael 4. Thank you for watching Richard Tumwine. You are chilling and relaxing on Break and Finish Live on the Facebook stream. Yami, Leah, Kanya, thank you for watching, supporting Ishmael as well. I'm very sure that about 80 to 90% of the Facebook streamers are in full support of Ishmael. Gibson Katambala, you say that Jerry needs to go to Kenya ASAP. By the way, Jerry is a very feared competitor. He's so far silencing Aiden. That doesn't happen so many times. I just saw a Facebook stream where Jerry was welcoming anybody with an African passport to Zarebas in Johannesburg. If Jerry stepped onto Kenyan soil now, so many will catch a fever. But there is no fever for Ian, despite Ish leading for most of the match. Ian is pulling frame back. He's not letting Ishmael's lead grow to 2. Every time Ishmael wins a frame, Ian responds by winning the very next. That's why, after 8 frames of play, it is now Ishmael Mthethwa 4 and Ian Kazibwe 4. William Soko, my friend, and the father of live streaming on the African continent. Thank you for watching. You said Dahad is still strong. He's a senior veteran player. William is very right. This guy has been entertaining Africa way before Facebook even allowed to do live streaming. He was just moving from venue to venue, from city to city, and yes, from country to country, playing against whoever cared to play with him. Now there is a misunderstanding between the players. The thing is, Ian is not comfortable with Ishmael racking the frame by himself. Normally for many matches, the players rack for themselves. You rack the frame that you're going to break. But sometimes the players do it. I don't know if it is being done here. Sometimes they they realize, say, let me be kind. They disturb the arrangement of the balls in the rack in their own favor. So Ian told Ishmael, I'm not comfortable with you racking your own frame. Then Ishmael told Ian, let us get someone to do the racking. That is why the pool attendant has been called into playing that one. Let me see how it will be in the next frame, because it will be Ian's break. I was actually chanting at one time with members of the Ugandan pool playing fraternity. Then they were saying that there was a match where a Ugandan player was beaten with a big score by a South African player, but I will not be mentioning names, in a long race in Durban. Then they said that the reason why the South African player made, I think it was more than 10 apples. They said that they were disturbing, in quotes, the rack, and the losing player did not even realize. There is a reason for me to believe that that is the reason why Ian is not comfortable with Ishmael racking. I'm not saying that Ishmael is lucky. I'm not preempting anything. I don't even know whether Ian's assumption is true or not. Max DZ, thank you for the stream, and also in a special way, I welcome a very special person and a very useful person to African pool. He's called Mr. Francis Mkwekwe. Also useful to me in a way. There are some things that I do sometimes after getting some tips from him. The other bad words that I normally speak about him, I will resume when he's not watching. And I think he seems to be supporting Ian in this one. Four frames a piece between the diehard and Ian. By the way, Ian is one of the guys that are considered to be among the elite of African pool. I'm not saying Ian is very top of the list, but now he can take on anybody and win them. He's one of the newest revelations. He's been onto the competitive scene for a less time than Pakanet, for example, than Maluva. Those guys that are only in the early 20s. Ian is not as old as he looks because he has a very big body and a big beard. The guy is only just about to make 26, and I'm being sincere. And he's taking on someone who is way into his mid-30s. As for Ian, I don't even remember him making a real mark in an international competition. Maybe him reaching the first life semi-finals of the PPT, the Patriarchs Pool Tournament in Harare on the 23rd of December last year could be his highest ever achievement. As for Ishmael, in the recent past, he took 2 lives into the semi-finals of the Double Life Championship that happened at Billiards Cafe in 2024. The competition that had pretty much 4 South Africans among the top 4, won by Aiden Nzama second, Mandy Samente third, and Ishmael fourth. Since then, there has never been a competition that has been truly dominated by South Africans. The one that comes close was perhaps Queens in Bulawayo last year. But more renowned for Ishmael, he was the African champion, having won the AAPA championships in 2014 in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Here in Kenya, has been participating. Ishmael he participated in the Grand Mchana twice, didn't reach the prizes. He doesn't have a real success story in Kenya. Of course, besides the many matches that he has been playing against Kenyans, sometimes Tanzanians, then the Malawian Ginte, and sometimes against Ugandans. In terms of what they have achieved as players, Ian cannot even mention in the same sentence as Ishmael. In terms of the amount of experience they have, Ian may have to play for about 10 more solid years simply to get close to the experience that Ishmael commands now. In terms of level of play, they are evenly balanced. Made next though. Thank you for watching. The affair of the people who know how to play with the left hand, but Bradley, you think Ian is winning this time on the YouTube stream? Okay. Rose Kobosinja, thank you for watching. Now I realize that Ruben Chambade and Rose Kobosinja are misbehaving in the comment section. They are going inbox and yet the comments are in public. Well, they say Ginty has given a Nigerian guy a hits out of 5 in a rest of 21 and score is Ginty leading with 15-5. That is funny. Please keep us posted with the updates on what is happening in Lagos, where Ginty is, also where Hazard is. Anyway, Samuel Peter, thank you for watching, and Trinity 9233, welcome to the YouTube stream. X Roger. Now I'm seeing something and I'm just hoping it is not true whatsoever. Chatumba says Eshka and 5 others were involved in an accident 3 hours ago from a tournament and they are injured and have been transported to hospital. Once again, I just hope it is not true. If it is, we pray to the Almighty God to touch the healing hands of the doctors such that all involved may recover as soon as possible. And as for Eshka, to get him back on the pool table as quick as possible. Going for clearance number 5 out of 9 has been Ishmael in the match that has had the same exact pattern, with Ishmael winning a frame and then Ian the next, Ishmael the following, Ian the next, until it is on 4-4, and Ishmael could replicate the same pattern as well, winning frame number 9. Must be done and dusted, this one. With Ishmael now having to put the last two reds on the table, putting the one that is bottom leftwards. The cue ball bounces off the left cushion, moves a little rightwards. With him simply having to roll the last red to the side pocket left. The cue ball is natural for the black. He doesn't have to do anything funny. Almost lost count of the cue ball by playing it a little more powerful, but will be okay. Putting black to the corner pocket top right as Ish regains his lead. It is Ishmael now 5 and Ian 4. Now, in the month that was August last year, Ishmael, with his team then, that was Ghost Nation, did travel to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania to participate in the first edition of the Q Masters International Championship. And just after the close of the third day of competition, these two players had a money match, racing to 15 for 1,000 US dollars. I did stream that match on this very platform where I'm streaming this one. The match was won by Ian by 15 frames to 20, the only time that they have faced off prior to today. And of course, Ishmael, being the die-hard, wanted to have immediate rematch. Ian, I'm not so certain that he was interested in rematching or not, but his manager of the day said that is it, we shall play another day. And Ishmael was absolutely furious about not being given a chance to play again. Since then, Ishmael was saying he's not tolerating players who are racing with him just once. In fact, today on his socials, after what happened yesterday with him losing out to Ibra and Ibra not granting him a chance for rematch, he said if someone wants to play with me, it can only be a match being organized on a set system. For instance, you play best of 3 sets with each race when you are racing to 7, something like that one, such that when you win a race, it doesn't mean that you cannot play again. He's one guy that just loves to continue playing and playing and playing. So this match, while there is money to play for, in some kind of way, Ishmael has revenge on his mind. The revenge mission will start to look realistic with frame number 10 underway if Ishmael can take a 2-frame cushion for the very first time in the match, needing to put red to the corner pocket top left. A little backspin cue ball being drawn backwards in the right direction, because yes, he can easily put the red that is rightwards of the 3, simply rolling it into the side pocket on the right. Cue ball is natural for the red that is now leftwards of the 2. Again, another roll with as little power as possible, but as much precision as possible. White ball is just perfect for the last red to the side pocket right. Again, a little top spin, cue ball following into the red, just a little, as he now gets to pot black to command a 2-frame lead for the very first time in the match. The South African die hard hits the black hard, and he leads by 2. Dear viewers, for the first time in the match, it is now true that a 2-frame cushion has been established by the player that has been leading and has not been trading for any time in the match. 10 frames played, Ishmael 6 and Ian 4.
But you know, him can never go there. He plays many times as possible. But also to make it interesting. Yeah. Because there might be a match between we have to play against then the winner. Everybody is thinking on this one. Anyone. No, 10K you can't get. Yeah, you want something
Even today. Even today. Yeah, even it's possible.
And now when he's not around,
And guys, most especially players, our Kenyan, the young man at the venue, that is Yahaya, is just requesting that he needs to have some game time tomorrow. Where he's residing is just by Machakos, so the most favorable venue will be Jamlock. It's quite some distance. It's actually outside of the county of Nairobi City. Tomorrow, however, the main program, pending confirmation, should be Ishmael against the Ugandans in both Ian and Ibra. Rematches, both of them will be. And then if Yahya gets an opponent, then he will as well be playing. That is against any for $200. That's what he will be playing for. As for Ishmael, it could be a third frame, being one all in a row, wanting to portrait to the corner pocket bottom left with backspin off the right cushion into a yellow. Beautiful. That is the class of the guy that at one time was rumored to be the best player on the African continent, most especially between 2014 and 2015. He can produce class. A polite reminder to Ian that even to stand a chance of taking the $1,000, he must be at his best. 11 frames played. Ish 7 and Ian 4. Samuel Machiri, thank you for watching. And Papa Billions on Channel Pool Club YouTube stream. Dennis Otieno, thank you for watching. And at City 2009 as well, thank you for watching the stream. More special shout outs to you who are watching on the Facebook stream, that is Break and Finish Live. Short Wits, welcome to the stream. Kagiso supporting Ishmael, KFC Kentucky. I don't even think that is your real name, but I like it anyway. You seem to enjoy your chicken. You say you won't stay here long because your eyes are hurting. I think you're supporting Ian, or because you are feeling sleepy. The benefit with the internet, the big advantage it has, is that tomorrow you can always come back and enjoy from where you stopped. Walter Siaganda, you're not, you are watching what you didn't expect will come out to be. Nathan Magisha, you're saying Sejemba is in the venue. Yes, he is. He's having a discussion with some of the Kenyan players and fans. He has just responded to your queries in a post-match interview after him defeating Patrick Yegon. That as for him, he is just here to play because he's a player. So anybody that wants to have a game, he'll give him a game. But one thing that I tell you about Ibra, he doesn't allow so much for games to be played outside his conditions. He likes it when he plays one match a day. But with one match a day, he can play as many matches as his opponent may want, but with strictly one match, one race, one day. George Ndungu, you're supporting Ian from Nairobi in Kenya. You can as well jump on the next Uber to come and watch the action at the venue. There are about 120 fans watching, and there is still some space to watch while sitting or standing. Entrance is absolutely free. That is how Chairman Jenim does his stuff. Trinity, you say Ian will win. You are starting to be brave, Trinity. CJ the sniper asking where Caesar is. You want him to challenge these little ones. You're calling them little ones. That's a lie. Otherwise, Caesar is in Cairo, where he has spent the night because his flight was delayed. He should have arrived in at least China, waiting for a connecting flight to Qingdao, but he'll be setting off tomorrow morning from Cairo to proceed to China. Joel Minor, also live from Kenya, as Ian will perhaps be stealing frame number 12 away from Ishmael. He can be such a joy to watch, and when the balls are positioned this good, you can feel all the freedom of dancing the cue ball around the table and winning, not just ordinarily, but with the maximum entertainment. Of course, this one was always going to end one way. The moment he was given a chance to play, he was always winning. He pulls one back for himself for big kills for Uganda. Ian 5 and Ish 7.
Vance, utajiuma ulimi leo, unaongea kilami huko. Umetoka Kitale juzi kuongea Kiluya.
Kuna player kubwa hapa.
Player kubwa hapo anapotea. Hakuna kitu. I see that one.
Jaribu kuchukua ujuzi bana. Jaribu kuchukua ujuzi.
Hadi
Jaribu kuchukua ujuzi.
kwa hivyo mlikuwa hiyo pande.
Ai hapana. Amekasirika.
Hapana. Hiyo kasirikia nani mjini?
Unajua kuna watu wako hivyo.
Unaiona?
Unajua kuna watu wako hivyo.
Ai, hapo utatusamea. Kitu cha kueleza ndio sasa. Fanya nini? Nipeleka sana. Kimbia sana.
Yana tobiraba ebintu byo. Sure, bro.
You speak everything. You speak all the things you know. I buy you wrong, but you speak.
I have but
He has feared the heavens.
Why?
why?
You go there and pray now.
There is you. Go ask Henry Chol. They are there.
Chol.
Henry, yes. Nyumba na unasema kuja mbia
Ati? Awe. Simpige timu changa. Mchango tu nini?
kuja mbia gani?
Ibra.
Kama unaogopa.
Nia yao ya kutega pia wawai.
Wanatega. Kuna ndio kwanza kuna ndevu.
Anaweza cheza
Nobody wants. Nobody wants. Now they are watching.
As we now get to hear a word from my partner in crime, the mighty Podge. By the way, how do you make it to be always happy? You are like someone who even doesn't have stress or problems. You are always happy. How do you make it?
When you reach what another big question from Chobe Life, and Wow, let me just rest up just from across the streets coming into this. And my brother in crime as well, Msusi, is also here. So, Msusi, what was, before he came here, what was really happening here?
No, it's just another race between Ishmael and Ian, two left-handers, and Ishmael is off the block, running. He's playing some good pool, attacking pool being played by both players, and Ishmael seems to be up for this. Yeah, he wants his revenge. He's lost twice against Ian Kazibwe. He wants to make amends today.
Oh, that's important news. But as we speak, it's Ishmael on the yellow balls, and it's looking not really possible, but possible depending on how he unlocks that problem ball behind those two red balls, because that will be the determinant. Or what do you think?
He has been rattled by Ishmael. He has been rattled by how well Ishmael is playing. So he can go for this, but also he's a little bit worried. If he goes for it and doesn't finish, Ishmael will clear him up. That's the worry. He's more than capable of going for the clearance. But his confidence is a little bit shattered. It seems so.
All right. That is important information as well. Now this is the time he has to use that to unlock. If he can't unlock that problem yellow ball, it is now or never. What do you think? I think it's now or never. He has to use that yellow. Oh, he's taking his time, but I think this is the right time for him to unlock.
He has to get the white at the right position, because still if he goes for it now, you might overrun the white ball. That is why exactly that was the shot.
But can he see it?
Yeah, he can see it.
Is it portable from your perspective?
It is portable. Now the problem ball turns out to be the yellow on the left side of the table.
I still don't think it's portable from this angle. Let's see.
It is very much portable.
If it's portable, then probably this game could be 90% over.
No, he has a problem ball. Now the problem ball turns out to be the yellow on this other side of the pocket, the left hand side of the pocket. This left center of your table.
Wow, that is a good perspective. But let's wait and see. The shot is there. Oh, so far so good. In my opinion, so far so good.
It's a lovely shot by Ian. Now he has to maneuver the white for the remaining yellow on the left side of the table. As I told you, he will need a big shot. This is a big shot, because if he doesn't manage to get it, it's game done for him. If he gets it, it's game over. Now you see, that's a good shot, but it's one shot, a little bit short.
No, it's possible. Look at the bank. It is looking yummy and very palatable. Look at the bank shot.
But the bank shot isn't straightforward. It's a shot he has to maneuver. It's not a straightforward shot. It's a risky shot. And as I told you, oh my God.
I told you that was palatable. That was looking very nice. I saw it from this angle, probably.
It's a good shot. That is the game down.
All right. Let's wait and see. Because I think it's a race to 21. We are in here for a battle and a half. Because any race pitting a Ugandan against a South African, that is big rivalry.
Yeah.
That's a finish and a half.
That was a complicated finish.
Yes, and even Chobe looks impressed. Chobe looks impressed with that shot. He's smiling all the way. But in your opinion, this rivalry between South Africa and Uganda, what really? Do you know the history of this thing? Because this thing, it is going on and on and on, and they keep really dramatizing it all the time. The Caesar versus Ganda or Madden, these guys are, now it boils down to any South African playing as a Ugandan. It's a rivalry and a half. What's your opinion?
It all comes down to the level of the talent both nations have. Tremendous talent in South Africa. So is it in Uganda?
have a lot of talent in Uganda and South Africa as well. And mind you, most of the players that are very talented in South Africa actually don't play money matches. That's why you don't see most of them. But Uganda is equally talented, and they're being put on the map by Caesar Chandiga. Caesar Chandiga has really put them on the map, notwithstanding. We also have Ibra Sejemba, Kasozi Joseph, recently signed by Q Masters International. We have Ian Kazibwe, recently signed by Big Kels. So is Rashid Wagaba, aka Dog City. Herbert Mukisa, also signed by Big Kels. And the other young boy is called Asiku Jr. Asiku Jr. also signed by Big Kels. Uganda has an array of talent. They're very talented boys. That's why you'll always see them trying to size up with South Africans. It's because of the talent the two nations possess. But the South Africans have been they've been on the forefront for quite a long time. And Ugandans are knocking on the doors, left, right, center. Ugandans are going to have money matches at their backyard in South Africa. Those are bold moves. But also our guys in Kenya have really improved. And we're looking forward to be rubbing feathers with these players.
You just see that. That was quite unfortunate. Msosi, that's one of the times you say probably the gods are against me, because that was a short under finish to me. But let's wait and see. Oh, he's.
Whoa.
Oh! How about that for a finish?
How about that for a shot? How about that for a shot from Ishmael Mthethwa? Ishano, they don't call him Die Hard for nothing. That was top drawer stuff.
That's a shot.
Box office stuff.
If there's one shot job alive, will not have said that's a formality. That's not a formality. That was a wizardness, because it was in a combination of intelligence, determination, and a go-getting perspective of a human being. Because there's no way, so you're a top player. There's no way you'll have thought about that.
No, seeing the shot is one thing, but the execution is another thing altogether. That was top drawer stuff from Ishmael Mthethwa, under pressure, and he delivered one of the best shots we've seen so far in these races. And that is top drawer stuff. That is box office. That is what fans pay to see. You would pay every penny to see that kind of shot. But that is Ish for you. He doesn't shy away from shots. That is one of his
trademark. That's why it's called Die Hard.
Yeah, they don't call him Die Hard for nothing. Yeah, it's top drawer stuff.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mighty Podge here alongside Joseph Msosi. Just relieving Chobe Live, just to go for health break, just relax a little bit. So he'll be joining us soon. But wow, I still can't believe. Could that be the shot of the race? I can declare it a shot of the race. Yes. I don't know what's coming, but that one is almost a shot of the race.
So far, it's a shot of the race, but we're still on early days in this race. We might see some very few, some more good shots, but so far that's the shot of the race. And not only the race, but the shot of the races we've had today.
Even last week, even this month.
No, he played another one at Jambo. He played a similar shot when snookered on the black. He played a zigzag shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I saw that one. So he doesn't shy away from this kind of shots. So when he gets himself in trouble, he tries so much to go out of trouble in a unique way. If it was you, Podge, that could have been a tall order.
But to give credit to the person is playing, Ian Kazibwe, has very unique capabilities, also very good capacity. So I think going forward, this race is not over until it's over. And it's going to be very interesting going forward because a cornered Ian can be equally very dangerous.
And also, a cornered Ishmael, remember he's lost twice to Ian in Dar es Salaam and in Kenya. So, he's a man on a mission. Yeah, he's ready to avenge his loss to Ian and also to the Ugandans.
By the way, let's look at the statistics. Dayad Ishmael from South Africa has so far played 3 matches against Ugandan. This is the 4th one. Out of the 3 matches against Ugandans, that is, he's played 4. He played 4 without this one.
Yeah.
So he has lost, how many? Has won how many?
He's lost once to Ibra. He won 1 against Ibra. Then he lost twice to Rashid Wagaba.
Those statistics are not good. So it means he might revenge on this guy. How about that for shot, really?
I'm saying he's up for this one. He's up for this one. You know, as we all say, Mchana is the home of pool. And at the moment, he feels at home here. He said he's going to wipe them off. He's going to wipe the floor with them. And he's threatening to do just like that. See the way he's playing with a lot of confidence. And Ian seems to be a little bit shell-shocked.
He's not believing. This is a player who's been weeping left, right, and center. He's not believing. But also, to give a different perspective, Ishmael has played in these tables for quite some time now. He's even declared the other day he's a Kenyan. He's called himself, is it Karanja or Junguna? He's called himself Junguna. He's played on these tables for quite some time, recently in Kenya. So I think he's comfortable on this table. And I think this is a table where Ishmael versus Ibra might be a cracker and a half. Do you believe it or not?
You see, on a good table, with Ishmael's style, he's an offensive player. He's not a player who would like to play tactical matches. He's an offensive player, and that's why he believes in this table. Because with this table, you get what you deserve. If you calculate your shots properly, that is exactly what you will get. There's nothing short, there's nothing like rattling the jaws or something. You go for it, you're accurate enough, that is what you will get.
Sorry to correct you. You have to understand, apart from the color of the table, of the cloth, this is exactly the same table they were played at Jamlock, because the same supplier is the same supplier. This is a championship table, that's a championship table. Trust me, they are the same supplier, in my opinion.
Okay, let me correct you, Poch. This is the Optima. And the one they were playing to at Jamlock, that was Supreme. This is an Optima table. It's a different table. The jaws
which is more superior? I mean, which is more... okay.
Optima is a more superior table.
How comes the Supreme tables are more expensive than the Optima?
Supreme tables are being phased out right now. Yeah, we've got a different kind of tables coming up, but this is the top quality tables we have at the moment. This is the Optima tables. These are the best tables, and I know Ata have one back there in Uganda, of which they don't use so much unless they have big races. This is the top quality stuff you get. China used to have the Supreme tables. The one we have one there.
Yes.
The other side. That is the table they were using at Jamlock. Supreme. It has a very, very, very sensitive jaws. Anytime you rattle the jaw or you just have a kiss of the jaw, the ball doesn't go in. With this one, you're more likely to get what you go for.
So in other words, you're telling me Ishmael will make mincemeat out of the Ugandans on this table.
With this kind of table, he'll stand any chance if he plays better. Because also he's facing good opposition. Now they won't come underestimating him. Right here, he will prove to them. And after, if he wins this game, this could be a game changer. This one will lift his moods. So it's up to Ian to either cement the Ugandan's place or get his or Ishmael to get back at them.
Did you see that shot?
Exactly.
This guy means business.
He means business, and he feels at home here. Trust you me, this is by no means a very tough match for Ian.
And I really like the body language of Ibra. Ibra just next to us here on the left side. He's looking perplexed. He's looking not really rattled, but he's looking amazed by the shots Ishmael is unleashing on these tables. So I think they should be having a rematch. Is it tomorrow? When Ibra versus Ishmael, this should be a rematch. Is it tomorrow or Wednesday?
They are working on it and should be either tomorrow or Tuesday. They are working on it. It should happen. But Ibra has that demeanor of a cool guy. He doesn't show nerves. You'll never realize, even while playing him, even when he's under pressure, he doesn't show nerves. So
not only nerves, he looks very weak and emaciated and malnourished. No, I find him looking malnourished, but but he has power in his hands. Oh,
he has a style that is so effective. He has a style that is so effective. His style is so effective. Sometimes people call him boring. No, but he won't change for people. If his style works for him, well and good. But he has a style that is so effective.
I agree with you. I can't do it anymore. Trust me, I've always never understood the body language of Ibra when he's playing. It looks weak, it looks malnourished, it looks underfed, but when he strokes and he breaks, there's so much power. That is a dangerous human being.
They say styles makes matches, and everyone has got his or her own style. You saw how Dog City was playing. His style is offensive, very fast. With Ibra, he'll slow you down and take you out with slow poison. He's a slow poison. He'll slow you down and very clinical. Any chance you give him, he squares you up.
Could it be the reason why he's called the killer?
Yeah, he's a killer.
He kills people.
Kills people, slow poison. Slow poison. Slow poison.
It's unbelievable.
Trust you me. It's not an easy task to beat Caesar twice in a double elimination competition in both finals.
Wow. But also, going forward, I think we need to start thinking about speciality. We need to also specialize in some event, because Caesar, when he started going to Hebel, being African ambassador, going to Chinese specialist Hebel tournaments, playing the small tables, playing the medium tables. I think, in my opinion, somehow it displaces your game trajectory. It makes you less a specialist in a certain size of the table. Or what do you think?
Chris Melling plays all disciplines. He's been to all disciplines except he doesn't play snooker that much, but he's been playing snooker. So that is not an excuse. And if you think Caesar's game has gone down, wait until somebody gives him a money match. Wait until somebody gives him a money match.
But I don't agree, because the level, okay, those are we call them outliers. We call them special cases. Chris Melling is a specialist. He's a professional at another level. His bedroom, next to his bed is a table there. In the sitting room there's a table there. Just on the veranda there's a table there. Hebel, snooker, all those tables are there. But his performance has really gone up on the big table, the Hebel tables. But in my opinion, if he ever specialized on this small table alone, his level will be a bit high. But the small tables don't pay much as the big tables. The Hebels, they pay the Chinese, they pay more than the small tables. The small tables, it's small money.
It's all about business at the end of the day. It's all about business. Money is in Hebel and the bigger tables. But still, Caesar set up a standard that is so high that when he underperforms on the standards he sets, people think that or tend to think that his form has gone down. His form has not gone down. Yeah, he's still Caesar.
I think the South African think Caesar has gone down, but I don't think so. Caesar maybe could be fishing them or something.
Wait until they give him a money match.
A big money match.
Yeah, that guy is a monster.
All right.
Yeah, that guy is a monster.
He's a danger players. But going forward, back to this table, Ian trailing 11-6. Wow. Wow, so far so good. He might pull this one, but
He didn't have a shot on the ball he was aspiring to play. The red on the left side of the table.
oh, you can see that ball.
He can't. Now he'll have to try and maneuver or play the red on the right hand side of the table. And in doing so, he's not guaranteed of the white to get to. Oh, that's a good shot. Good recovery shot by Ian. And from there now, you would expect him to go on and clear the frame.
And just on this back of his shirt, I can see it in Ian Green Reaper, and on the next side is Big Kells Pool Met. I think these are the new sponsors of pool in Africa. I think they're the Nigerians, and
Big Kells is the guy that have signed a lot of Ugandan players.
including Jinte. Is it the one same Jinte guy?
Yeah, Jinte. You have Herbert Mukisa. We have Asiko Jr. And now we have Ian. They're kind of quite.
But he's Nigerian based.
Yeah, he's a Nigerian guy. He's a Nigerian based. And we don't know what he's up to. We hope it's for the good of the game. Yeah, because we've not had much of Nigerians on the pool table, and that's another good shot, another good clearance by Ian. Yeah, he's trying so much to put up a spirited fight, but Ishmael is having none of it. It's 11-7, still early days. We're not even halfway through the match, but this one is this promises to be a cracker. Because Ian seems to grab matches from the neck, but
Exactly.
every time he does that, Ishmael is responding with quite some jaw-dropping shots.
So it's fire versus fire. Wow, this is the bombshell. Let's see. And one interesting factor, Msosi, at Jamlock, the number of dry breaks Ishmael did in those races was so massive. Every dry break after dry break. But apparently here he's getting them right. So there's some difference on the quality, not quality, but on the table, on the cloth or something, or as a player. What do you make of it?
Okay, what I saw, because I wasn't there, I was watching. What I saw also, the cloth was very fast. This one you can get a controlled break. You know, with this level of players, you have to have a controlled break. You cannot just be breaking for the sake of breaking. That is a controlled break. You just get one ball potted and you're good to go. But you go somewhere and you're trying to break and the balls are running all over. It's like you're hoping for something to go in. Now this one you're getting a more controlled break. Did you see? I hope you saw Dog City play VP. He had some controlled breaks. That guy can break. It's breaking with power, but a controlled one. The white doesn't move around. He gets one ball, he clears you. Now VP had to adapt and play the same game. Because now, with this table, you can control the pace, you can control the brakes, but if you scratch on the brake, my God, you're gone. That is the level here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, this is Mighty Poja alongside Jose Msosi. What is interesting is that we are streaming, we are actually commentating against 4 streams. We are having is it Break and Finish YouTube? We have Break and Finish Facebook. We have Mchana Pool Club. Wow, on the YouTube channel. So sometimes it's so complicated. There is no central laptop. We might miss whatever you say. We might miss your comments, but we will try to get through comments and after comments so that we align your views to the game. But at this time, in this moment, Ishmael yellow ball against Destiny on this fantastic frame so far for him. He's done so well. He just need to pot a yellow ball. Oh, that was close. That was ambitious. Wow, it was not supposed to be. It was not to be. But back to the table, Ishmael has just scratched Ian opportunity to pull one back. Remember, he's trailing by 4 frames. You need to pull at least one so that he builds his game. So far, so good. That's nice control. I think Ian will finish this.
This is a game down. Given his ability, he should be able to run this one down.
Has he overdone it?
No, he still have shots to turn back to. He has so many balls. Miss one, you can always go to the next one, but that was not his ideal shot, going by his body language. But now he should be good to go. Given his
he needs to take his time. Maybe, he just need to push that a little bit. That's okay. You need to push that a little bit. I think he's good to go.
Yeah, it's good to go. Yeah, this one should be frame done.
Can we call this one will be Uganda 8, South Africa 11? We can call it.
Definitely. The only man who cannot finish this is Podge.
Wow, this is my guy. This is my friend. I don't know what friends are for. The guy is enjoying me. The guy is talking bad about me. But I believe I'm a go-getter. I can challenge anybody in the world. As long as you give me offers.
Yeah. There's a time I heard you wanted to challenge Chris Melling in the race to 21 with a head start of 20. But he turned you down.
Yeah, next time I'm in Birmingham. I travel a lot. When I'm in Birmingham, I will try to challenge him, give him an offer. I have his email address. I think I'll give him an offer. I can do it. No, I know it might not give me 20. It might give me 18, but it's good to go. I'll go for it. Me, I don't mind. I'll just go for it. 18 raised to 21. I'll go for it.
Yeah, but back to this table. This is frame number 19. And no, it's frame number 20. It's 11-8. Ian breaks and Ian pots. Still open table. And what we're seeing here on the table, this is a finishable. This is a finishable with the way with the layout on the table. This should be finishable by Ian's levels. But who are we? They are human, and mistakes are to human. Let's see. There's only one way to witness this. We're all watching. Let's see how Ian's confidence is rising by the moment. He should be buoyed by the frames that he won. He's railed up 2 frames in a row. And this one should be another frame in the bag.
I think so. Really, it's very important for him to win this frame, because if he wins it, it is not only builds his pressure to his confidence, but it put a little bit of pressure on his opponent, Ishmael.
Yeah, but Ishmael is Ishmael. He's not called Die Hard for nothing. Yeah, he's been facing these big wigs from Uganda, and he's not shying away from the fights. So, all these things with confidence. Yes, he's human. He might be rattled here and there, but Ish is Ish. And he will keep coming back and back and back. But in Ian, he has a formidable opponent. Ian will not go away. He will not shy away from fights. He will not shy away from finishes. And you really want to give him some confidence, because if he gets his game going, he should be in a little bit of trouble.
Thank you. Thank you, Jose Msosi. Wow, that is another nice position. Wow, how about that? And it's been very good in cuts. I think this one you can call it. It's going to be a frame down.
It's a left-hander. What do you expect? Two left.
But both of them are left-handed.
Both of them are left-handers. Very little.
Chobe, welcome back to the stage. We are just, as you are aware, we're just talking about an interesting scenario here. A left-handed player against a left-handed player. And a South African against a Ugandan player.
I've always known 3 top left-handed players. 2 of them from Uganda, 1 of them from South Africa. The 2 Ugandans take each other on so many times, of course, because they play in local comps. That is Ian and Mansour. So I've always looked forward to a race between either of them and Ishmael, because he's the 3rd top left-handed player on the continent. So this is a match that I really came forward to see.
Sorry, before you go far, Mansour at the moment, Mansour and Ian in the game hierarchy in Uganda, who's on top of the other?
Of course, Mansour has achieved a lot that Ian has not, but for results in the last year, Mansour is not anywhere close. Because Ian, for the last year, has won more than 10 comps. The thing with Ian is that he's in Uganda, he's not one of the top 5, 6, 7 money match players. Yeah, in fact, many of those players, they call him on to have money matches and he shies out. It's not where he has his strength. He's pretty much a tournament player. The likes of Hazard, the likes of Kasozi, and the likes of both Ibra's Dog City, they have always called him, but he's not winning. He says, for me, if you want to take me on, you find me in the tournament quarterfinal, then we sort each other out. But now, yeah.
Sorry, Chobe. So if in African traditions or customs, if you have to go hunting, you are given Ian and you're given Hazard as the left-handed top players from Uganda. Who will you go for in hunting?
Like I'm looking for a player who
you will go for hunting. You have one option.
Who do I go for?
Who do you want to go with in hunting? Maybe in Congo or somewhere in the forest.
I go for the more experienced guy.
Oh, all right.
Dear viewers, we are just past halfway through the match. If it is to go to a decider, with the South African leading for most, if not all, of the match. For the game's recent past, Ian has been mounting a comeback, cutting the lead of Ishmael from 4-2. But in perfect response, Ishmael is perhaps winning frame number 21 with yet another of his numerous collection of apples. The position of the red that is close to the black will be causing some little worry for Ishmael, because he would have wanted to put black to either of the corner pockets, bottom left or right of the screen, whichever shot he wants to play of those 2 in terms of manipulating cue ball for the black. That red will be an issue. May want to play the cue ball into the same red. Maybe he finally decides that the safest possible option is to manipulate cue ball to put black to the side pocket on the left, and he's perhaps very right. Experience pays off. Ishmael wins yet another, extends his lead to 3 after 21 frames. It is now Ishmael 12 and Ian 9.
Ambia huyu invite you the Huyu hawezi huyu.
Zavaa makanzu.
Haya. Tunavaa makanzu.
Zavaa makanzu. Alafu mkivuturu hivi ni pale.
Anichomoe. Asema nataka vile.
Hayaweza fanya hivyo. Ni moto.
Pale ndio
Niliona
Napenda kama
wewe ukae hivi.
alhamdulillah.
Nigeria niliona.
Useme
Jamani jificha atafuta.
Useme chini ya maji.
There is, in the meantime, another pending money match. Of course, that one will not be happening after this one. They will be happening at the same time. Kenya's experienced veteran, Henry Mwangi, to play a money match against Uganda's Yahaya Mpindi for $200. They will only be racing tonight with the intention that perhaps the two matches end at the same time, and then the players and fans vacate the premises at just about the same time.
Check about. Lakini I think hiyo ni comedy.
Ian has been fighting hard. You give him credit. Sometimes it is not even easy to fight when you have an opponent playing as good as Ishmael has been doing in the first 20 frames. For Ian, the credit I'm giving him is just keeping Ish a little bit at bay, not allowing the lead to grow, making it realistic that if Ian picks, he can win a number of frames in a row, which will give him a chance maybe to steal the lead, make it realistic he can win anyway. Maybe Ian perhaps thinking the technical game could bail him out, because yes, it is true that while Ian is keeping Ishmael in check in the attacking sense of play, Ishmael has been something else of the two left-handers for the course of the match so far. Now he may need to play a shot that clears the corner pocket at the top right. That's why you may need to look at the movement of the cue ball. It may have to be played into the red. Perfect. This guy today is not only playing well, he's leading, and for most, if not all of the match, doing so in entertaining fashion. The frame is open. If he can get to pot one ball, he could be tempted to go for it, even though the black, as for him, Ishmael, looks like a dead ball. Perhaps it is the reason why he's, in the end, opting to play patient. Maybe rolling yellow ball against the cushion. His intention, I think, now was to play the cue ball into the black, which did not suffice. But at least now he has the cue ball to himself. The yellow, now his intent on playing, will be played to the corner pocket, bottom left. In the same vein, he must find a solution for the black. And those that are watching on Break and Finish Live, as well as Peter Chove Live, you may look peripherally at the other match that is happening in the background between Yahaya and Henry Mwangi. I'll be giving you updates as action unfolds, as Ishmael could win the frame now, play yellow pot it, play the cue ball into the black or red. That is because the black, it lacked a little bit of movement. He doesn't believe that even there was space enough for the white to pass, not into the red, but into the pocket. Nonetheless, Ian will be a beneficiary of a foul. For a choice of a free shot, he's playing the red that is in between the three. As he puts it, leaves the cue ball to a point where he can put the red close to the black. With left spin, cue ball bounces off the cushion, moves to a point where he can put with ease the remaining ball on the table. With top spin, have the cue ball bounce off the top cushion, and then move it to just around the middle of the table. He could play back spin. Sometimes he does play the arrogant way. Of course, he has all the skill to choose between which shot to play which time. He gets himself into double figures, Ian, for the first time in the match. After 22 frames, it is Ian 10 and Ishmael Mthethwa 12.
What happens when the races have been played? Money tenants and City.
So when a issue that City is not around.
Yes, someone is
Okay, perhaps you'll give me WhatsApp.
yeah, it's
I have a number, but I don't think he knows it.
it's a protocol. No, it's a sponsored race.
So this one, let me give you an explanation. Thirteen frames to 10 after 26. After 23 frames played, with Ish still in the lead.
I feel that Ishmael deserves the victory, but I also have a damn feeling on the other side. There's that something that is Ian is doing right. It is always so crucial, so critical when your opponent is playing as well as Ish is. Fight hard enough in a race this long to ensure the lead doesn't grow so big. That one, Ian has been doing very well, and normally there comes a time when he too can pick and win consecutive frames. That run could get him the lead. You never know. I'm just saying you never know. Otherwise, I think Ishmael is still a favorite, though Ian has not made him a very big favorite. There has been, from an Ian perspective, the unfortunate jump of his yellow out of the pocket after him having played it on target. Ishmael responds by playing red into red, ensuring that there is a red of his in front of Ian's yellow, rendering Ian's yellow game a pretty bad game. I want to think for a shot he will be tempted to play safety here, just slide the cue ball off the yellow a bit, leaving the cue ball at the bottom end of the table where he needed it anyway. This team is there.
Van, unasema wanatoshana na duru.
Nani?
Nakura vumbi.
Naona ni marafiki sana. Akiwa huko. Mimi naweza sema
in the next maybe 1.5 hours, that one I am sure you will be having a winner. What we look forward to seeing is who of the two will be that winner. And special thanks for watching. I never ever take it for granted to stream full to more than 1,000 people combined on Facebook and YouTube at this weird time, which is now officially Monday morning for the start of streaming today, which started Sunday afternoon. The fighting spirit of Ishmael has been unleashed in full swing in this frame. He really put up a fight for most of the time. Ian looks like the favorite for the win of the match. How good will Ishmael's fight be? Very good cueing once again. With the backspin, he played the cue ball off the right cushion. Power, amount of spin, all calculated simply to play the yellow away, create a space for him to pot the red, which he has done. And we'll be playing another shot with the same exact skill. Pot red to the corner pocket bottom right with yet another backspin, which he does. The pot of the black to the same corner pocket for the South African will be a formality. He goes for power and precision and perfection and wins yet another frame. Ishmael 14 after 24 frames and Ian 10. It is the second time that Ishmael is having a 4-frame lead in the match. In the background, in a race to 9 for $200 US, it is Yahaya Mpindi, the Ugandan boy 1, and Henry Mwangi 0, race to 9.
They're not updating here. Aiso.
The next day.
One of the reasons why the coming of Ian was a big necessity, like I told you earlier before, is to satisfy Ishmael's appetite for more than one long race per day, because the Ugandans like to play races. They play them a lot. Maybe they play more races than anywhere else, but they like it when it is one race a day. Thereafter, the rematch can come, the appeal can come, but a little later. Manare Stofe, right when you wanted the scoreboard to be updated by yet another frame, it is 14 now. I hope that settles you. And Gibson Katambala, as well as Manare, you want Mazambani to tour Africa for matches against his sizes. Mazambani is a big guy, eh? He's a big guy. He had the tour of Zimbabwe. He was here in Kenya, played a good number of money matches. When he went to Zambia, played so many matches. But the day I saw the biggest ever celebration of any pool player after winning a race was when Mazambani won against this guy you're looking at, Ian, by 16 frames to 15. I even shared a clip of him simply winning and celebration. I have never seen emotions of happiness and disbelief and expectation and relief and joy all at the same time. He then proceeded to the socials and continued it all night long. I've never seen something like that. It really meant something to him. And you're calling him a non-size. Mazambani reached, he was actually 5th at the PPT, the Patriarchs Pool Tournament, after taking his second life all the way to the semi-finals, and shared joint 5th position with Ian, who is potting black for the 11th time. Frame played so cautiously, so slowly, but so effectively. Now 25 frames are done. A maximum of 16 more to determine who of these guys will be walking home with $1,000 US. Otherwise, of theirs, it is Ian needing 10 and Ishmael needing 7. In the meantime, now I can confirm that there has been an unfortunate scene in Harare after a tournament. A car where Eshka and other players, other people, whom we don't know so much for the fact that we are the full pool family. We know Eshka has gotten an accident, have been shared with the pictures. Thank God he's fine, but he was in a wheelchair but looking relatively okay, and his body was looking in good shape and he was looking strong. We pray that the Lord grants him a full recovery. Otherwise, the car was burnt to ashes. And when someone comes out of it alive, I do imagine it rolled over again and again and again. I saw its video as well. So these players go through a lot, while some of you just watch them playing on social media. These games end late in the night, and these are people who do not exactly sleep at the venues, and the venues many times are at big distances away from each other. And tonight has been a reminder of the experiences. D. Donovan Jolete, thank you for watching. You think Mazambani can never be serious? You want him to support the ghost only? You seem to insinuate that he is a better fan of Aiden than a player. He will come for you, eh? Modern Pro, thank you for watching. Sid1 Mbarara. You say you want to come and play this guy? You can board the next guy tomorrow, my brother. Yes, in the background, it is now Yahaya Mpindi 1 and Henry Mwangi 1 race to 9. $200 US, the pot for that one. More than ever now, Ian needs his relatively dependable pattern even the more. Two reasons as to why Ishmael has this match to try and win with revenge in mind. First of all, to beat the Ugandans, who have gotten 3 money match victories against him so far. That is twice for Dog City and once for Ibra. And of course, to revenge against Ian in particular for the defeat he inflicted upon him in Dar es Salaam last year. In that match, Ian led all the way through. In fact, for Ishmael to get himself to 10, he had to win, I think, 4 of the last 5 simply to get himself to 10, because Ian at one time led by 14 frames to 6. Has to be careful in this one. The thing is that he was always risking gifting away the ball. Couldn't he have potted? Thankfully he has potted. He's deciding to play the yellow close to the black last. Maybe because it helps him manipulate cue ball for black if he gets there. First he has to pot the one he's looking at to the corner pocket bottom right. He misses. Looks like could be Ishmael's day, this one. Moments like those can really mean to be very determinant in the outcome of matches like this. In the last match of the day that is happening in the background table, Henry Mwangi now leads against Yahaya by 2 frames to 1. That one, once again, is a race to 9 for the whole of $200. In this one, still 14 frames to 11 after 25 frames. Ian down against Ishmael. A revenge mission for Ishmael is on against the Ugandans, but in particular against Ian, who gets support. There would be snookered yellow. He has sight of the one remaining yellow. By the way, he can produce something here. The little that he can see of that ball can be played off cushion and off the red near that yellow. If played well off cushion and off red, it could be potted. Ian, however, opts to play the yellow off the cushion. This looks like him, perhaps knowing that he's not going to win the frame anyway. He found the yellow, but played it only to Ishmael's liking. But as for the die-hard, yet another opportunity to win yet another frame. Get closer to the magic number 21. Get closer to the victory. Get closer to $1,000. Sorry, which he will reclaim if he wins the match, especially after the $2,000 he lost from defeat against Ibra yesterday. And speaking against Ibra, the expectation is that the two between Ishmael and Ibra will be rematching tomorrow, and then to rematch with Ian again tomorrow. He looks okay. He looks on the verge of regaining his 4-frame lead, which he has had for only twice in the match so far. Now having to put red with backspin keyboard bounce off the right cushion into the yellow. Pretty much a straight line between white and black, and the center pocket on the left for Ishmael to put his black, and true he does. The lead is re-extended to 4. It is now Ishmael 15 and Ian 11.
Is 10,000. Now you get it. 12 ton 50. 12 ton. 12 ton or 50.
This one. Mheshimiwa.
Now, something a little funny. The non-Kenyan players who make it a habit to be resident in Kenya are Christian. They are baptized again as adults with Kenyan names. So in Kenya, Ginte, who is resident, is called Kamau. I've been informed that Ishmael's Kenyan name is Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa is not exactly a name, it is a title. It simply means honorable. So from today, feel free to say Mheshimiwa Ishmael. It means honorable Ishmael. Time in for Ian the match resumes.
I'm having 5 minutes.
Black Uber. Zach.
And Squizera, you say that now Dog City has money in his bag. You think he has the right to run back to Uganda and enjoy his money in peace? Yeah, you just give him a call and advise him. One love to you, Frank Nahwera, watching from Entebbe. Modern Pro. Once again, you are welcome to Nairobi. You simply need national ID to cross the border. Because K. Silas, you're asking if Ibra is having some beer. No, Ibra likes his juice and water and soda and food.
Hiyo kizungu imekulemea, umeondokea.
Siongeangi na mafala.
Ati
Ni fala, siwezi ongea na mafala. Mtiaji.
ni jamaa wana sana.
Kenya tuko na shida kama vijana wakuja kusaidia.
Atuzetu.
Vijana.
Ati kuna kundi na vijana wazee ndio wanasimamia.
Ni mbaya.
Chora na jina yake akiambiwa ati kuja re. Once. No, I'm waiting for I gave it when I got 97.
Aliulizwa na nani? Kama anacheza na Ibra.
Endi yako mbele.
Unajua kama jisa ibeti ya
Alikame?
amebet.
Ameongeza.
Amebet.
Amebet 5K.
Wanabi. Amebet 5K.
Yeah. Let's see. Have mine there.
Dogo anabaya.
Game. Huyu jamaa nani atamuua? Anakuja mabwana mingi. Unajua kiacha kama hii pia nani anaendea na anaua. Mosquito tunayo. Mosquito iko tu.
Even me.
Professional midfielder. Passing is a one.
Yes. Na video ingine nilichukua nataka kuwekea watu kwa group hiyo. Yaani nimeona mtu ako na working style kama yako. Aje wale vile anatembea kirudi. Wala anatembea kama yeye. Ngoja uone. Vile alifanyiwa kama dranya. Angalia. Aje wewe vile anatembea. Aiweka kwa group. Aiweka kwa group.
I know it. It's been playing
Uliza msosi ndio huyo.
Nini? Eh? Anafanya nini?
Anasema ana
Anaanza kukaa anakaa kufanya hivi. Anaanza kufanya hivi. Angalia huko kando, akiona unamwangalia, akiona unamwangalia. Hadi siku ya dini. Nishika kichwa.
Yes. Your blessings. Mazi. Quick fast. Very fast. I keep on forgetting about my this will be. Zinafuata. Hizi dirisha ukifungua. Yes. One. Sasa tuma mtu afungwe. Ile kukiwaka jua mchana kitovu inaonekana. Nine. 10,000. So it's 20. 10. Yeah, jamii. Ule kijana. Kama nikichagua hapa in fact bado ninaona hapa unaweza weka kama unalisa. In fact, the other time. Kuna comment up until the national comic it was like, oh wow. Bro, place Miami make almost 5 years. Every 2 minutes. Bro. Wherever you're tuned in, this is live from China Pub and Grill, the heart of Nairobi City, Ngong Road, along opposite the Prestige Ball. And this is an international money match between Ishmael from South Africa against Ian from Uganda. Both of them starting with big I. Ishmael, Ian. Wow, very interesting. At the same time, both of them are left-handed shooters. Whatever you are, we are very fortunate to have you this late night. Ishmael looking very efficient indeed, shooting very, very well, meaning business, and apparently is looking destined for this frame, which will put his tally, push it to 18, and it is looking comfortable indeed. It's looking very comfortable indeed in this one. So Ishmael probably will be 18, but not yet. Oh, it's done it very well. How about the first shot, Jose?
I told you, Ish, feeling better and feeling at home here. It will be very hard for these boys to take him down here.
So, do you think, in your opinion, this is the slaughterhouse for the Ugandans against Ishmael? It will be the slaughterhouse.
You know what? You saw what happened to Jinte. Ish gave him a run for his money, and he had to pull out. It went to a decider, and so Ish took it. With Ibra, it will be an interesting match because Ibra doesn't give away chances. Also, point of note is Ian is not giving away chances. It's just because Ishmael is
efficient.
Yeah, he's efficient. Is proving to be too good. It's nothing with giving out matches. Ishmael is working his socks off, and he's taking all of his chances. And I don't see a way back for Ian from here.
Wow, you could be right, because even it's not only at Mchana, because one of the venues in South Africa, the Flames, one of the popular venues in South Africa, there's table 2. Table 2 is notorious for certain players. When you play against them on the table 2, it's not easy to win. Against Eden Joseph, against Filani, against top South African players at table 2. It's not easy, but it has been debunked by Jinte. Jinte went there and beat Filani, but who doesn't beat Filani nowadays? Everyone beats Filani, because even me, I beat him when he was in Kenya. So that's not a story to be telling here. But back to this table. Here we have an efficient, comfortable player, very confident. Ishmael up against.
Yeah, you can see it in him. He's feeling himself, and he's feeling his game right now. He's feeling like he can go against the big boys from Uganda who are here. And by the way he's shooting, he's sending out a message with the way he's shooting. Sending out a message, I'm coming for you guys. And it only took him to get his preferred table. And saying a preferred table, it's not preferably that the table is favoring him. It's the quality of the table. You get what you deserve.
Intentionally, the 2 times he's beaten me is on this table, so he knows this table. Versus 21 is giving me plus 16. He's beaten me big money, 100,000 Kenya shillings. He's beaten me, but on other tables I've beaten him. So it's really interesting. I think you could be right. This is his table.
We cannot discuss you on this one. You are a disgrace to the nation.
Mr. Wanjala, do you agree with that?
Well, sir, this is kind of a crossfire, and you want to get caught up in it.
By the way, Mr. Wanjala is one of our players at Mchana. He's not really a top player, but he's a good player. He's a good friend of ours. Mr. Wanjala, just on this, talking about Ishmael on this table, do you find him really difficult to beat on this table, Ishmael?
How Ishmael is playing, honestly, he's in the, what do you call it? He's in the game. He's feeling himself like the colleague here is calling. He's in the game. So beating this guy now, it's a nightmare. But you can tell us more because you felt the weapon and the whooping when he was in the game.
In my opinion, I think he's very comfortable on this table. It looks very comfortable on this table. But Ian is also a no pushover. Ian is a formidable player. So in pool terms, because you're a top player in Kenya, it is never over until it's over. You can never know what can happen.
Yeah, it's never over until it's over. But you've got to give it to Ishmael. Ian is not a pushover. Ian is a top player, and getting humbled with this kind of manner, it speaks volume about Ishmael. Ishmael is quite a top player, and it's a high time people started giving him the respect he deserves. It's not a pushover. People think he's a gambler, he's a what? No. This is a top player. Remember, we're talking about one-time African champion, and I did participate in that tournament. Mind you, it was this guy from Zambia, Mofia, who beat me. And Mofia at that time used to play this touch kind of game. It was very frustrating, and he went to the semi-finals. But oh my, Ian Fowles. He is rattled, my ladies and gentlemen. He is rattled, and I think Ishmael has gotten into his nerves. He's being humiliated here, ladies and gentlemen. And when you see a player of Ian's caliber doing that, you tend to think that things are very rough on his end. He is human, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, he's human. He can make mistakes, but he's making mistakes at the wrong time and against the wrong opponent who has his tail up. He's ready to take him down, and he's yearning for more Ugandans. This is Ishmael. You come to Kenya, he will give you a game. He doesn't chicken out. As he said, he's carrying our flag. He is Njuguna, remember. He's not Mthethwa, he's Njuguna. Yeah, but having said that, this is by no means a very tough game. It is not yet over until it's over. The way Ishmael is winning frames, Ian can also win frames, but he's not giving away chances, and Ian is giving him chances. That's the difference. Difference is margin of error, and Ishmael at the moment, with this black, he will be on the hill. Ishmael in the hill. Ishmael on the hill. It is 2012. It's a very big gap, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tall order for Ian. For him to take down Ishmael, he will have to do the unthinkable. Winning 9 frames in a row against Ishmael is no mean feat.
Sorry, Jose, as this race comes to the curtain, this venue, Mchana Permanent Grill, wow. People say it is the best in East and Central Africa, if not Africa. Yeah, I know you've also played in so many venues. The quality, the ambience, the environment, the waiters, the food, the music. Wow. What could be a comment on this? Because I tend to believe that most of the people coming here and saying, wow, I've never seen a venue like this in Africa. This could be one of the best venues in Africa. What could be your perspective on your view on this?
As you said, everybody knows across the continent and world at large. Mchana's name is all over the place, not only for pool, the ambience. Yeah, we guys are very welcoming people. When you come here, find guys who are welcoming, good food, good music, the ambience, and we give players a conducive environment to showcase their talent. So by every means, that's why you see our China tournaments, the grand China tournaments, being graced by all kind of players. They love the place, they love the food, they love the ambience, they love the people here. And also, chairman loves the people as well.
All right, and the Great Mchana Open is in December. And it will be. There it is. The guy is excited. The guy is happy. The guy, Chobe. Wow, this is interesting. This is becoming big. I think Ishmael is thinking this is the right time. This is the right time for a revenge. This is the right time for a revenge. And I think we'll interview Ishmael. 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 Let's come here. Before I can see the excitement. I can see the excitement. This could be your sweet revenge because you've been playing against the Ugandans. Have you played around 4-5 races? You've won 2. You've lost 3. Do you think this is a good, sweet revenge against the Ugandans?
I told them one thing. That I'm here for them. They are here for me. I'm here for them. I'm not going anywhere. I want them all.
Do you need backup or not?
Backup? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't need backup.
So in other words, you are ready to take all the Ugandans.
All of them. Besides Caesar and Hazard, anyone is welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is good. Sorry, Chobe, do you have a question?
I don't know. Of course, if all 3 they are available, maybe I might play a minimum of 2 races because it's race to 21. For me, I would like to play just 2 races. Whoever it is doesn't matter because anyway, it's just a game. We are playing one-on-one on the table, right? So yeah, I'm ready. I will keep on practicing.
Sorry to correct you. There are 5 top Ugandans in Kenya at the moment. Don't you need to call maybe 1 or 2 South Africans to come and back you up?
No. I don't need backup. I will take them myself. I don't need backup.
Thank you much. Congratulations. Congratulations. That is Ishmael Mthethwa. He's excited. He's happy. And sky's the limit for him. It's crazy. It's happy.